In this video we are going to see how we can use variable blocks in workflows. It is usually used when you want to use the same variables in multiple tasks. Here I have an expense form added with my workflow already configured. I am going to add a variable block to this workflow. I will select this variable block option here. Now I will give this a name, variable. And now we will add the variables. I need two variables, one is total expenses and the next is new expense. Now for calculating the total expense, I have this expense sheet and I want the sum of all the previous expenses of the users. So I will add a lookup formula here to fetch the list of expenses from my sheet. Now I will add a filter. Here I will filter the expenses by name and the name will be equal to the name of the user. Next I will insert this. This formula will return an array of all the expenses of the user. But since I want the sum of those expenses, so I will put this inside the sum function. Now for the new expense function I will create a message using the concatenate function which will club multiple strings. So here we have this text that is, new expense added by, and then it will show the name of the user, and then the text expense amount followed by the amount. We can access these two variables using the name of the variable block.name of the variable. So to access this variable I will have to use variable.totalExpense. Now we can simply click on done and the variable block is configured. Now to see how we can consume these variables, let me add a task to send a Slack message. Here let me select a user. Now since we have two variables, I will club them using the concatenate function and enter both the variables. Next I need to give this task a name. And then finish this configuration. Let's now go to the preview and have a look at the implementation of the variable block. I will fill this form using a username which I already have in my sheet. And then submit this. Here in the Slack application, you can see I have got this message which says a new expense is added by Michael, and then we have the new expense value, followed by total previous expense of Michael also shown here. We can cross-check this expenses in this sheet here. As you can see we have these two previous expenses that add up to 300 and this current expense of 150 added here. This is how you can use a variable block in workflows. Hope the video was helpful. For more videos visit our YouTube page.